Well, Kim, happy Fri-Yay.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy Fri-Yay, everyone.
And if you're in the UK, happy New Year. You just had your New Year. I just talked to Cassie, so
Oh, that's
you
right.
guys just passed into 2022. So how is it?
How is 2022 so far?
Let us know.
And those of the family here that live in Australia, right? It's already tomorrow morning, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So they'll have to give us a heads up on how 2022 is
Exactly.
going
How's it
on.
going? Should we go to or no? Should we stay in 2021? I know, exactly.
Gosh.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just had my first, like I said, my membership thing, our first kind of mini reading session. And I went so slowly. I was trying to go fast and it was a new format. So it was kind of weird, but hopefully it will just get easier. So
I think it will, because
yeah.
literally that happened to me. I'm still in a learning curve. You can ask my beautiful members.
I
They're like,
think it
they're
always,
still in the
yeah.
learning curve on how to do the live membership times, because you have to go through the YouTube platform instead of StreamYard, and it's so hard, you
Yeah.
guys. It's not
YouTube
intuitive at all.
Yeah. It's all through YouTube and they don't allow any other anything. It's all through them. And yeah.
Well, you did it.
I did it. Yeah, we got through it somehow. So oh, thank you, Mags. It's like it was new for all of us. You were great. Thank you.
Yay.
All we can do is do our best, right?
Yep. Anyways, so good to hang out with you guys tonight as we kind of usher in the beginning of the night and into for the new year. I'll be uploading my predictions video tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. I was watching Andrea's. I didn't get all the way through it, but I'm going to finish watching it when I'm done. So
awesome. Yeah,
I watched. Yeah,
you're lucky because you put yours out way early, so you were able to watch everything. So I'm gonna have to line them up and do a Saturday morning, a morning in bed, just watching everybody when I'm done.
I watched Linda's this morning. I watched started to watch Andrea's this afternoon. And now I get to watch and I'll finish watching hers and I'll get to watch yours. But it's interesting because so far everybody's like, Trump is done.
Yeah.
He is done. So that's good.
We get that every week because we definitely look into his energy every week. Every time I know people ask you every time, and they ask us. Oh, Catherine missed your live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There'll
be more. There'll be more. So don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry about it. And you're here now. We're live here. So
yeah, here we are.
We didn't miss it.
And so I'm looking forward to kind of tapping in and getting that done tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And I'm home, so
that's great. That's nice to be home. Welcome home.
It feels good. We had, I live in Colorado, so we have had the crazy winds. I'm about a couple hours away from where the fires were. Devastating. But the winds, we got the winds, and it was, I thought my roof was going to come off. It was the winds.
Oh my gosh, really?
It's hitting like 100 miles per hour.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Hurricanes are not.
I was going to say that's hurricane territory. Yeah.
And so I didn't know, do I go downstairs and sleep? Do I?
Right.
So I didn't sleep much at all because I was just like, I don't quite know what
how
to do.
scary.
Yeah. And so then I went out today after I was done, working today, and did a walk around to make sure my roof was still there.
Yeah.
My roof is still on. However, I have a little shed in back, and one of the doors completely taken off.
Oh
And
my
gone,
gosh.
like just gone. That means it would have had to lift up in the air and flown over
Oh
fences.
my gosh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay. And
Yeah.
that's oh my gosh, how scary.
Yeah. I mean, that's a heavy door. It's not a baby door. That's a heavy, heavy door. Torn off the shed and thrown over the fence somewhere.
Right.
And yeah. Interesting.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's terrifying. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes.
And how was your kitty through that? Did you just hide? Did she just hide?
She crawls under, like, I have this, anyway, she crawls under the blanket and holes in, burrows in for the night anyway. So that's kind of what she did. She didn't move.
That was it.
However, if we have lightning or thunder, she's out. Like, she's like,
oh yeah,
I'm downstairs for that. You humans are stupid to stick around for that noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby. Well, yeah, our prayers, for the people in Colorado and for you guys in Colorado, Debbie. That's we've gone through it in California, so we know exactly what it feels like, and it is so just devastating, so sad.
I lived through all those fires in California since 19. I mean, I think my first fire that I remember, it must have been like 1968, 69. And, people were crying like it was the end of the world. It scared me as a child,
Right. Oh, I'm sure that would be very scary.
The ash and the dark skies didn't scare me. What scared me was the response of the adults to it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Fires. Anyway. Speaking of interesting weather for 2022 coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well. And it's like it's global warming. It's climate change. If we're not going to do something, it's not going to stop, right? It's just going to keep happening, and we better get our act together. So,
and
so
here's
frustrating.
The deal. You all know I went home for Christmas or for the holidays, and I did meet up with some people who are very conservative, and I didn't get into debate or deep conversation. I just listened, right?
Yeah.
Around the table, listened to the conversation, and here's what I picked up.
Oh no.
They think literally they believe this. This is literal. They believe that some kind of conspiracy about Joe Biden actually being so we're seeing a lot of his double. It's like a complete opposite, isn't it crazy? That he's actually dementia. He's demented and in dementia. And so, and that, sleepy Joe Biden, that's what they call him. And that it's an adult abuse that's being done against him, forcing him to be in this position. And they're angry at his wife for doing this to him. I mean, this is what I'm listening to around the table, guys.
Oh my Lord.
And I do know that people in positions like that, they probably do have someone who's a double but not the way they are describing.
Right.
And they also don't believe in climate, that we're having in a climate crisis. They don't. They're like, that's some conspiracy lie. And that it's been around since thousands and thousands of years. Like this, ups and downs with weather. It has nothing to do with climate change, and there's no such thing. I mean, and they were all agreeing. So it wasn't just two people talking. You had a full table of people discussing this. and I'm just listening. And they truly believe this. And finally, one of them said, "Oh, Debbie's like a liberal Democrat," and they're like, "Oh," and and because I'm just listening, I'm not adding, I'm not
Right.
even debating, but I was just like, wow. I wish I could. I wish I could tape this somehow for my family here to hear, because it's just like, it was so
right.
And I just said, they're like, well, what do you guys, what do you think? And I said, well, I can tell you that it's the exact opposite of everything that you just talked about is what I believe. How's that? I'm not debating. I'm not getting in on this, you guys.
Right.
But I said, this is so interesting. This is so interesting.
Yeah.
To me, I said to them, because we are absolutely opposite. Opposite of everything that you just said.
And I just think, yeah, and it's, this climate denial, and it's partly about money, about like not wanting to change your lifestyle and that kind of thing, but it's also, it's fear. It's being afraid. And I never thought until like this kind of stuff, like the climate denial and the stuff with Trump, how afraid Americans are. We're really a fearful bunch. It's really interesting, right? Because we spout all of this, guns, and we're gonna, kick everyone's ass, blah blah blah, all those things that they spout. But what a fearful, scared bunch. And it makes people do crazy things. It makes them think crazy things
and
make up conspiracies. It's just insane.
Yeah.
And the solutions are pretty simple, but they do take, you need to take action. You need to do something. You can't just sit and do nothing. And so it's hard.
Michelle, my belle, she says, where are they hearing that crap? I'm telling you, they have their little stations that they listen to, their little podcasts that they listen to, and it's literally just the opposite of what we listen to and hear.
Right. And it's an echo chamber. It was just the same stuff over and over again. Fox News, I mean, if you can stand it, go on there for a half hour and listen, and that's where they get it. We have the same thing in our family.
They all have their Fox News going. And when that would happen in my mom's house, I would just leave. I never,
right.
As soon as that Fox station would be coming on, I would be getting up and leaving. I couldn't do it. I wanted to, just to kind of get a sense of what they were listening to.
Right.
I couldn't do it. I didn't take one for the team on that, but I did at this dinner, you guys. I thought, okay, here's my chance to just listen in and kind of be that fly on the wall. But like T-Barb said, they called me out. I got called out. Yeah. So, but the one that shocked me was that they didn't believe in climate change, because that's not a political issue.
Right. Right.
And that they couldn't see the writing on the wall, and that they really, truly, truly believe some of these conspiracy theories that,
right.
And that one shocked me. Another one that just hits close to home for me, and that I don't like at all, is when they start talking about Black Lives Matter and all lives matter, and all that whole thing, and they start talking a little racist. That's when I had to do some kind of pause and redirection, because I didn't want to sit and go through all that part.
Right.
But it's there. It's literally there. And this is their belief system, and this is what we're up against. And I got to see it face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's and I don't think it's a huge portion of the United States anymore. I do think it's a smaller portion, but they're still there. They are still there. And we've got to figure out a way to just go around these people, because they're clearly not going to change their mind, or they're just, I don't know. fearful and stubborn, I guess.
I think it's a lot about fear. And
I do too.
you know, when I was sitting there, you guys, I really thought about when you ask, I get the questions come through here from you guys in the family about, will they change when they see this, will they change when they experience this? And I'm getting a no on a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
no, they won't.
Yeah.
Some will. I mean, I do feel there's all layers. There's a spectrum here. I just happen to be with like the one end of the spectrum.
Mhm.
So I do feel there's a spectrum, and then some will. You know, we did have Liz Cheney. Obviously, she had a limit. And so I do feel that there will be, but on a whole, no. There's some going down with the ship because they just don't see the ship going down. They have every
Right.
excuse. Oh no, there's just this. The water's supposed to do this. Oh no,
Right.
the water's supposed to be this high. Oh, blah blah blah. Done. Okay. So
The the good thing, if there's a good thing, is that a lot of the people involved in this movement are older. It'll take maybe another generation, and then we'll start to see a lot more action, because this generation coming in is having none of it. They're done with guns. They are done with climate change. They are done with all of it. So as these people, more of these people come in and more of those people exit,
that's good. Yeah.
not wishing harm on anyone, but just
Oh,
saying, they're older. The Fox News people, they are an older demographic, and they're leaving, and these other ones are coming in. So it may take us time, but we will get there. We'll get there.
yeah. So Ms. Shay Kitty, yes, they were older. There was a generation above me, and then you had my generation there. So it was a group of us older gals. There was
Mhm.
so you were correct on that. So that makes sense.
And someone just said that one of their friends said Cruz should run for president, and I'm like, he is the most. I mean, he's just the most uncharismatic, uninteresting, unlikable. He's just the worst. I mean, yeah. No to Cruz.
Yeah, and so that's funny that you say that, because they did talk about hopefuls for
Nopefuls.
nopefuls. I'm like, what? Like, here you go. They really love some of these people. They're like, oh, I love blah blah. I'm like, oh, I'm like, wow, like the most, like we would be like saying that they're disgusting energy, hard to tap into that, love and light to them, but hard to really step into that energy because it's so awful. And they're like, oh, we love him or we love them. One person that I was kind of shocked that they were going on about was what's the guy connected with Tesla?
Oh, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Ugh, gag.
Absolutely. They were all going on and on about Elon Musk. And I was confounded the whole time I was sitting there. I just thought, can I have another drink, please? I don't even drink that much. Can you fill this up? It's like, oh my gosh. I don't know if I can do it, but I did.
Hand me the bottle.
So, Debbie and Kim, do you think we've all got the furthest end of the spectrum in our lives because we're supposed to help them in some way? Like, was I set there to help them? No. I love these people. They're family to me, right? They're but I absolutely on this level cannot connect and help them in any way.
Yeah.
They can't hear a word out of my mouth. When they heard, when my my one friend, she threw me under the bus with them. They were like, they were confounded. They just couldn't believe it, that I would be liberal or Democrat or any, like that. They started firing questions at me, and I just said, they weren't asking me questions because they wanted to learn and maybe grow from it. They just, they wanted to fight about it. And so I didn't engage at all. And so as far as learning that kind of thing, no. As far as learning other things like love, leading with love, and loving one another and humans and like that, maybe. But
right.
not the other.
Yeah.
Yes, they do, Michelle. Michelle asked, do they believe in your gift? Yes. Yes, they do.
Do they believe in what?
Like, do they believe in like my psychic medium stuff and spiritual side? Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. At least they say they do. And they ask,
right.
they ask me questions about it. You know what I mean? They ask,
right.
like that, but which is interesting because you would think that
yeah.
That, that, hey, here's what's going on, and this is what I'm being shown, that they believe that, but no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think that on some level, well, first of all, there are more of us than there are of them. And again, they're kind of exiting that, this whole like keeping the status quo and the masculine, whatever that is, the white men in control thing, that's all ending. This is why that we're seeing this at such a fever pitch. And I did, in my 2022, I kept talking about the fact that 2022 was going to be kind of a year of things coming to a head. Things kind of, and literally like volcanoes and things like that, but also just things coming to a crisis point or a head or whatever. And it's I think this is part of the reason we're here, is to kind of see this through, but then also to rebuild when this stuff is when we have to kind of move on to the next chapter, to rebuild and make it a better place for our kids and our kids' kids and our kids', because it can't sustain itself. It can't. I mean, it literally cannot do it. Our climate change is a crisis, so it can't continue. We've got to fix it, and we will. I have faith we will. I really do. I have faith we will.
I agree. And going through any type of purge of any kind is hard, but at the other side of it, you get that new growth, and which is always good. Another thing that came to my mind is they about the fires in California, that they, how Trump said, you need to really get in there and sweep.
We need to clear our brush. That really is the problem.
I know, but I mean, but the way that they took, like, they blamed it on the governor. Everything is the governor's fault there in California. And he needs to get in there with his rake or something and start clearing that.
Well, he was up for a recall, and guess what? We kept him. So
there you go. Sweep.
Yeah, their chance to get rid of him, and they didn't. So there you go.
Rake that forest.
Rake the forest, yeah.
So anyway, it was just all very interesting to me. Human, well, that was my degree. Human behavior is always interesting to me. So, but that was definitely an eye opener.
It's definitely interesting.
So, vacuum would be a great idea, Cindy.
Didn't think about that. Have you seen the movie Don't Look Up? Have you seen that?
I haven't. I wanted to wait till my partner got home to watch it, but I have looked at the previews, and people everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's brilliant. It's clearly about climate change. You got to love Leo DiCaprio for doing this, and all of them for doing this, and Adam McKay and everybody. But
they all look so. I mean, they all look great in their parts. And stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
But for those of you who have seen it, I won't do spoilers or anything, but there's the last scene. Once everybody's seen it, I'll talk about it. But that last scene, I had a panic attack. So if you're sensitive, if you're very sensitive, just know that the last portion of the film is not easy. So, but it's brilliant. It's brilliant, and it's worth seeing, and you should see it, and it's great. And Leo DiCaprio is fabulous. So is Meryl Streep. I mean, everybody's good in it. So it's great. But what the point I was going to make was that we are so good at that as liberals and Democrats and Hollywood, and we're so good at reaching people that way. We need to do more of that, because when you have a hit film, everybody sees it, and and you can make things, that's not so subtle. You can make things more subtle to kind of reach people. We need to do more of that. I really think it would be beneficial, and it would be a fun way to reach people through entertainment,
And I absolutely agree with that. And last year, when I was doing some predictions, I said that the movie industry would be coming out with new inventive stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad to see it.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I think they will. I think it's
getting more and more of this.
Right. Right.
And I just DiCaprio in that role, perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's always great. He's always
his
great.
Role very seriously, but that one was so. I know that I'm going to like him in this role. I loved it.
Yeah, you will. You will. Yeah. He isn't a perfect character, but he's definitely, he's good. So great. He's great in it.
All right. So what do we want to look at tonight, you guys?
Where should we begin?
Where should we start off tonight? Mark's Spirit Whisperer says, there's a point when you're throwing pearls before swine, and that's what it is. Like you got to know when it's gonna, when you're in a real discussion, or when you're not. And so, that's absolutely true.
Absolutely.
And rest in peace to Betty.
Oh, did Betty White? Did she pass away?
Yes,
Betty White.
Today.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
So I sent you and you and Andrea a text about Monday night. Maybe we'll do a what did I call it? A Golden Girls night.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be fun. So you guys, if you want to
really fun, that would be great.
On Monday night, we're going to do a Golden Girls night.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah. Andrea was all in. She's like, you read my mind.
Yeah.
That's what we do, right?
Oh, bless her heart. I mean, what a great career, and what a long, great life she had.
Yeah. 17 days away from turning 100.
Oh my gosh.
Decided to exit before 2022. Now she was born in 1922, right? No. Yeah. 1922. Okay. And so I find that interesting, and I can't wait to ask her about that on Monday.
Yeah.
What was it about?
That'll be great.
I'm wondering if it was a statement of some sort.
Yeah. But, interesting. She wanted to stay in the double digits. She didn't want to go into the triple digits.
Well, it could be.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay, what's going to happen in Texas in 2022 election?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Mimi. That's a great sentiment. Okay, so
Yeah,
what
for sure. Yeah, I feel like her joy is going to just continue. Her essence, her being will live out forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm feeling. There's a lot of pressure. We need to really send prayers and light to those who the ones that oh my gosh, that's right, Spirit Whisperer Mark knew her personally.
Oh,
giving you a big hug, Mark. I know that you have a special relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
So but I'm feeling a little mayhem around this. I feel like there's a lot of pressure, a lot of headaches for these people. Like they're feeling like up at night, anxiety, like all of that happening around the Texas election board or whoever's in charge there, however that works. It's a little bit wonky. So we need to just, staying on top of things, the pressure coming in from all sides. I think some of these people get asked the craziest things.
I know. A couple of things are coming through pretty strongly. One is that there's going to be disputes, like who won, who didn't win, that kind of thing, that may even go to court. But also, I'm also feeling that there's going to be some kind of uptick in death threats, because I'm feeling like, I don't know that they're acted on, but I feel like there's like threats of violence, people threatening violence, trying to intimidate,
Yeah.
Because I feel like people are scared. And I don't know if it's scared to vote or scared to what, but it feels like there's threats.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that illegal? It's like, where is the law enforcement? Where is the FBI? It's like, do something.
I was fooled my whole life. I always thought that voting was such a protected right as a human being, a citizen of the United States, that was the one thing that was protected and you had a right and it counted.
Exactly. And it feels like death threats, like on all levels, for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, no,
but it feels like from the top to the bottom, it feels like death, like threats.
That's what I was getting at the beginning. Yeah.
Intimidation, threats. I mean, I'm sorry if you're in Texas. I don't mean to make it sound doom and gloom, because I think there will actually be Democrats that win, but I feel like it's going to be like, even then it's going to be like, well, we're going to contest it, or we're going to say that's not true, or so I feel like they're going the Trump route of just like, we're just going to say this is how it is, we're just going to do it and let them try to stop us, kind of thing. So the people of Texas really need to get get loud about this if they don't like what's going on, because they're just going to keep doing this.
They sure are. I mean, I don't know if there was even a question that Texas is not in a good space right now. And it's hard to know what to believe. This card came flying out. You know, what do we believe? What to believe? Truth. And you have, you can help me read these. This is fun. These are Andrea's cards. So I have coward coming out. So we have the coward.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like we don't know everything. We have redacted, right? So there's hidden stuff. And then we have the courtroom and jail. So I don't know if something's going to be coming out, wreaking havoc. I feel circusy around this. I just feel...
maybe there will be some court cases brought and some people going to jail this time,
Yeah.
Like I said, things coming to a head. So I feel like things are going to be, we're going to start to see some of these things come to some sort of where things have to change, or we have to do something, because it's just gotten out of control. It's all coming to a head.
So Gritsky says Elon Musk is now in Texas. He needs to speak up as a Coley. People love him and follow him, but apparently they do. And yeah, it'd be nice to get him to...
Well, that's it. I mean, this worship of billionaires just has to stop. It's just ridiculous. As if, this has to stop.
It really does.
They don't have our best interests at heart. They're billionaires. They just want to be rich. That's it.
So. So I feel like because of some of the documents that are coming out that have been redacted in the past that are being released, we may have some light shed. So I'm gonna Tina, I'll remember your question is right there. I'll grab it. 609. I still cannot grab onto it. I can't grab onto the ending of the election in Texas. Like the outcome.
Right. And I think a lot of it it does have to do with people's, how willing they are to fight for what they know is right. That's the interesting thing, is that, they're trying to do all of this stuff to make sure that they can switch elections or make the votes not count. And the very idea that they think we're just going to sit back and let that happen is ridiculous. So, but it's going to be up to the people of Texas to get out there, and when they know that something is wrong here or something's going on, they've got to get out in the street and not let this happen, not let them do this. They were about to turn blue. Texas was about to turn blue. So that's how many Democrats are in that state. They need to get out there and start making their voices known. And I know it's scary because there's guns in Texas and there's scary people, are kind of threatening and scary, but we've got to do this. We just have to.
Yeah. It's like, oh gosh. But I do feel there's a possibility of a good outcome. So I don't know when this outcome is, but I do have transformation that turns into victory. So that message getting through, creating transformation and a victory. And so that's good news. I just don't know when. I feel it's going to be a little bit bumpy before we get to this. But I was specifically asking, like, what?
I think you're right. I think it's going to be a bumpy. It's going to be very yeah, like it feels dark is what it feels, because it feels like death threats, meanness,
Yes.
trying to keep people away, trying to overturn things, just a lot of just negative. But it doesn't mean that the right thing will not prevail. It can, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we saw that. We've seen it with our own,
Yes.
we've seen that happen. And yeah, we just can't give up is the thing. I think that they just want to keep this going so that we just say, oh, well, and just give up. We can't. We just can't.
Chris wants to know why the Dems don't pull the same tricks back at the GOP in voting. I know. A lot of us, if we allow ourselves to go into our shadow sides, we think the same thing. We're like,
I know, and
anyway.
I think it's because we don't want to live in a world like that. We don't want things to operate like that. So I think we just keep thinking, if we just keep on the straight and narrow, eventually we just can't give up is the thing. We just can't. We can't go that route. Otherwise it will all just be a mess. And I think that we just have to keep on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
It's hard though. It really is hard. And it's heartbreaking.
Truly believe in democracy,
Yeah.
The true democracy of when it is working correctly, right?
Yeah.
But it is frustrating. They do get frustrated too, obviously. I
do feel like they may lose a senator though, or is it a Senate person that's up for? I don't know who's up for. I feel like they may lose a senator in Texas, though. A Republican senator may be either voted out or gone for some reason. So, yeah, so they may lose a senator. Yeah. Yeah, let it be Cruz. Please let it be Cruz. It does feel like, like they lose one for some reason. So
I just saw that it may be Cruz.
Yeah.
I know. Giselle just heard the dog bark. We all thought of your baby puppy.
Schmuggy bark. Okay.
I do feel Cruz is going to be facing being looked at for something, but I don't know. I don't know the outcome to that.
Yep, my angel light's on. People are saying, my angel light's on. Yep, the angel light's on. I don't know when it came on, but
I usually try to pay attention to when that.
I know, usually it comes on.
But I missed it this time.
It's on.
All right. Okay, so the other question up here, I was still looking at Cruz. All right. Come on. Where'd it go?
I know. Well, somebody was just talking about how that much he's hated on the Senate floor. I remember Al Franken used to say, I actually like Ted Cruz the most of any person in the Senate, and I hate Ted Cruz. So,
wow.
That's how hated he is. So, okay. Please read on
Yeah.
Dershowitz. Now that Ghislaine has been found guilty on 5 counts. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Tina, for rewriting that. She just rewrote it for me while I was looking, but I found it.
Okay. I just heard disgraced, but I felt like it was kind of like almost like a pariah, like nobody wants to talk to him, nobody wants to be around. It's kind of like people are just, they back away from him. So it may just be like he disappears. We just don't see him anymore. Yeah, he's going to be disgraced or a disgrace or something. Because, you know, people getting their comeuppance or people having justice, it doesn't always come in the form of the courts. You know, sometimes it is just like they're a social disgrace. They are, they lose their money. Because I feel like that's the other thing, is that he's not going to be able to make money and he's going to lose money. There's something he's going to have to defend, something about defending. And I feel like his money goes because of that. And he doesn't have a way to make money. This is humiliating for his family too. I don't know who his family is, but it's it's just coming across like it's humiliating for them. They want out. I feel like they want out. They may even change their name or something. So it just feels like they want to back away from all of this. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Nothing good, basically. Nothing good.
Yeah. And, you know, you're describing this card completely with that just total regrets, total. He's facing things coming out. He's facing karma right now.
Wow.
For his action. Yeah. And he sees it coming at him. Nothing he can do. And that's producing that. Now, interesting enough, I pulled some of Andrea's cards, got some of the same things. You have, here he is. He's like, oh, I can't get out of this. There's nowhere to go.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Those cards, all of them are just, oh my gosh.
You have, it's showing his connection to the past. And look at the past there. I found that interesting.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
But that connection to the past there. And guess where it may land him? It may, or in some, it could be a form of prison. I don't know, but I got.
Oh, interesting.
So, you know, whether or not he really goes to jail, this is what his life is going to be from now on. Because of this connection.
Yeah, it really does seem like nothing good is going to come.
Nothing good.
But it's also something, it's well-deserved. It's something he worked at. You know, he really worked at being kind of a gross guy. So, and doing gross things and hurting people, you know, and I think, you know, that's what happens when you do that. It usually doesn't end well.
Exactly.
Yeah, but for some reason his family, I keep getting his family is suffering, and I don't even know if he's married. I don't know anything about him, but I just feel like his family has really suffered over this, or felt angry and disgusted and very upset over this. So he continues to hurt people, basically, through his actions, even people he probably loves.
Yeah. That's right, Mimi. All right. Cruz will be asked to talk to the...
For helping the insurrection.
So, okay, I feel like I missed a question. Put your questions in all caps with hearts, and that way I'll see them. I'll see them, guys. Did you see this is the worst part, you guys. I'm so sorry. I should have paid attention.
Oh, all caps with hearts. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me see.
Okay, that was the last one. Tina's last one. Okay. A lot on what we were just talking about.
Oh, there's Rob. I haven't seen Rob in a while. I was thinking I didn't see him. I haven't seen him for a while. Hello, Rob. Okay.
Thank you, Lucian. Thank you, love. Here's a question with
okay.
Hearts and all that. See that one? Oh, and Mim's got one up too. So I see that all now. Okay, good. That'll help you guys. Whew. Sorry for that pause. All right, here we go. Will the Dems win in 2022 and 2024? Does that mean like in the House and Senate? Will they?
So I had read on this last night, I guess it was last night, on 2022, and I felt like we would hold on to the House and the Senate.
Yeah.
The Senate maybe barely, but the House and the Senate, and it would be surprising, but part of it would be because of the January 6th commission. They might be getting rid of people. They might be throwing people in jail. We don't know, but it did feel like it was kind of tied to that, as to why, because it's just an unusual year in that there's all this scandal and all this stuff, and we managed to hang on, and it kind of shocks people. It feels like it's almost like it shocks everybody, because even the Democrats are kind of like, oh, we're probably going to lose the House, but we don't. And so that's what I felt. And clearly things can change, but I've felt that for a long time, that we would hang on to it.
Yeah.
But it may not be for just because of the elections. It could be because of the January 6th committee and what is going to come out. But I'll let you. I was anxious though to see your cards, Debbie, and what you think.
I'm going to throw again on them, but I feel like I just read on this, and I guess it would have been in the last. Maybe it was it was this week, and I was on yesterday. Oh, I was on with Danny and the gang, and also I was on myself. I think it was Thursday. Yeah. So I read on it too. I got the same that we would hold on, that it would be in the Senate would be tight. But it was interesting energy around it. So I was interested to hear what you said about that, that it was possibly because people are being ousted out.
Yeah.
So, but I do see us hanging on to that. But it's all right.
And while you're doing that, I was just going to say, a couple of weeks ago, I got a text and, or not a text, I saw a tweet and it so resonated with me. And I was just like, that's right. But it was just some woman, I don't know, somebody in politics. And she said, the Dems are going to take the House and the Senate and we are going to shock the world. And that it just resonated. I was just like, that is exactly right. That's what's going to happen. Yep. So,
Yeah.
Our lips to God's ears, but that is what it feels like. It just feels like it's going to be so strange, but we do it. And nobody's kind of expecting it. Even the Democrats are kind of not expecting it, but it happens.
Yep. And I'm telling you, I just love that comment. And I feel like all of us here, all of us, this whole family, we need to start saying that out loud.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's claim it.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love that. So
yeah, yes, I do too. I do too.
We're holding on to the House, and we're holding on to the House and the Senate. The Dems are winning. However, it's going to be a little stressful, but don't worry.
Yeah, I feel that too. I do feel like it is going to be a fight and a kind of a crazy election, but I think,
but we will get to that smoother water. We are hanging on. Don't lose faith. We need to hold on to that statement. Don't lose faith. But we got this. I love the outcome here.
Yeah, we should, if you're on Twitter, we should all tweet that out. Just tweet it out as if you know this is what's going to happen. Yeah.
So I do see us holding on to it. Here's the White House and the Empress. So
I think so. Yeah.
Oh gosh, someone type that in. Say it again, and someone will type it for us.
She said the House that Democrats are going to win the House, or keep the House and keep the Senate, and we're going to shock the world.
So Democrats are going to keep the House, keep the Senate, and they're going to shock the world.
We're going to shock the world.
And we're going to shock the world. Let's do that. Let's write that down, guys. Everybody write it down.
Yeah. Manifest it. Make it happen. But when she wrote that, I thought that's exactly right. That is what's going to happen. That resonates very deeply with me. So yeah.
Okay. I've seen this question a lot. Shock the world. Yes.
Shock the world. Yes.
So a lot, we've had this question a lot. So I saw it in here a lot. So this is, even though I'm grabbing, Retrea.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have written this. So let's look at inquiring minds want to know where DeSantis is. And I read on this as well yesterday.
I did too, but
so
it'll be interesting
what
to see.
What I got was I didn't get the COVID around him, but I did feel his wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not COVID, but in illness, and something to do with his wife, and and she had to, and I can't remember it all, but it had to do with family, and it had to do with her. Oh gosh, I can't remember what I got, you guys. Maybe someone will write it. I don't know.
That could be. I read on it also, and I got that that somebody around the time he stepped back, Trump was going to be coming out more or be coming forward more. And I felt like someone told him, step back, let him have the limelight. It's almost like go in the background. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Let him have all the limelight. So maybe someone from Trump's camp did that because he doesn't like DeSantis.
That's right. I'm remembering now. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Okay. So there is some strings being pulled on him. I did feel that, but also there was because someone said, "Is he sick?" And I didn't get that he was sick. I got that his wife was the one that was ill. And he has a lot of focus on her. But yes, there is someone pulling his strings. I did get that. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for the reminder. Remember what
but the wife, I didn't get anything with her. So that absolutely could be spot on. I did get that I didn't think he had COVID. I didn't feel like that. But I did feel like he was asked to step back for some reason. So, but it also could be because of his wife. If his wife is having problems, then that would also make perfect sense.
They're saying that she's in breast cancer treatment and stuff.
Oh, okay. So that absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, there's some new information that came in. Wow. Did you guys see me? I just shuffled for 20 minutes while we were chit-chatting. Unbelievable.
All the shuffling in the world.
Coming in. There's something going on here that you have. The little gummy got caught up in the. Anyway, you have this information or this opportunity or something coming in there. Look these are the same exact cards.
Oh my gosh.
And I separate them out and then shuffle. So I don't put them in together.
Wow.
Something is pulling him away that something he's totally worried about. But I have the King of Cups. That's my Biden card. And transformation for him. There's some kind of judgment coming down on
interesting.
Cruz, it looks like. Interesting. I wonder what's going on with this. Interesting. There's something that he did that he's worried about. Something that he did to expand himself that hurt others. Interesting. I think we're going to see it play out for sure. What did he do to expand himself that would hurt others? DeSantis. So he's the one that he's in Florida, right? So he let a lot of people die.
I was going to say, I'm wondering if it has something to do with these COVID numbers, the numbers in COVID, because for the longest time, I've just been feeling like they have no idea in Florida how many people have died. I feel like the numbers are not what they're saying. I feel like it's so much worse. And so I'm wondering if it has something to do with that.
To cover that up, and I'm just remembering him too. When I tapped in on him the other day, he was hiding stuff. He was hiding little pieces of paper and anywhere he could stuff it. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
He was, it's metaphorical, but he was hiding stuff.
Yep.
You've seen this. So he's worried about that information is going to be coming out.
Okay.
And he's worried about that.
And it needs to, because people need to know that. People that live in that state need to know what kind of governor they have. They need to know, And it's really hard to keep stuff like that quiet. I mean, it really, in this day and age with, all of the ways we have to communicate and, it's very hard to keep stuff like that under wraps.
And he'll try to spin it, he'll spin it when it comes out. But I feel like that's going to force him kind of boop out.
Yeah.
But he'll try to spin it, and some people, follow him. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, I think it'll be interesting too, the lengths he'll go for his own family when they are sick, but how he reacted to his own state when they were suffering. It'll be interesting to see the contrast if his wife is sick right now, and how he handles that versus how he handled the people in his state who were in such awful circumstances with COVID.
I think
so sad.
I think one of the requirements of becoming a governor or any type of person of the people, you need to take an empath test.
Yes.
You need to be an empath.
It's so true. Yeah. It's so true.
He's so disconnected, and unless it's happening to him directly, there's no true connection to it or understanding or whatever. So that, geez.
Well, that's when, like Boris Johnson, that's when he changed his tune, was when he actually got COVID and almost died. And then he changed his tune.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. The oligarchs or they take care of their own and they ignore everybody else. And Trump did the same thing. He took really good care of himself when he got sick, but everybody else, too bad.
Too bad. So sad.
It was. I mean, he's just, But you're right. Anybody who's in charge of other people and in charge of keeping them safe, keeping them healthy, keeping them whatever, they do need to have an empathic nature.
Yeah. And that's one thing that all of us liked about Biden, was you knew for a fact that he has a heart and that he loves and that he feels deeply. And
and he was out hugging the people of Kentucky, a state that did not in any way, shape, or form vote for him. And where was Mitch McConnell? Was he out there hugging people? No. Of course not. He doesn't care. I mean, I hate to put words in his mouth, but he doesn't care. He does not care. He just wants to become rich and richer and richer.
Exactly. Yeah. Prince Charming's mom. Did you read her comment? I love you.
Be refinished for Trump and his friends. Yes, it can't be. Yes, it's empty. They just do tours there.
Out there. It needs to be. It's good. It's good real estate. Right?
Yeah, it's in good shape. It's they still give tours there and stuff. So they could hold people there. Sure, they could.
With all the other ghosts that are already there. Okay. Will Mitch McConnell leave office in 2022?
Okay. Yeah. Speak of the devil. Literally the devil. A horrible man.
Yeah, I don't sense him leaving in 22.
I kind of feel like it depends. I feel like if they lose the Senate, I think he might retire, and maybe he'll leave like he won't run again.
Okay,
so maybe
that
he's
makes
still
sense.
there.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense because I don't see him being booted out.
Yeah, no, I
have
don't feel that either.
Yeah, I don't feel him being, I think, oh my gosh, yeah. I see him hanging in there, like he stays like that. But then you see a possible desire to go. Like he's like,
Yeah. I think he'll be done if they don't, if he's not, because he doesn't like being there and not being majority leader. You see how miserable he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if they lose again, he'll be done. I don't know how healthy he is too. I always get things with his health, and yet he hangs on. He's still around. So I could be off with that, but I always get that he has such poor health.
Yeah, but I still feel I feel him. It's possible that and I'm going back. I'm hearing these things. So Moscow Mitch, I feel like also
Right.
that there's still a connection there that wants him in. They want him in there.
Interesting.
He's still a little bit of their puppet, right?
Right. So he's still beholden to somebody.
Beholden.
Yeah.
But again, the time something's not good with him. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, challenging him.
I know. I'm not sad either, Connie Brown. Boo-hoo, sniff, sniff. Yeah.
I do have. Oh. Okay. I look at these puzzles too, and I'm like, I do see illness around him. I have the illness card.
Yeah.
But I also see some things becoming it's in reverse, so unredacted. Some of his dealings with foreign is going to become known because you have that in reverse, unredacted. So being known. And I feel like once this starts to come out, you have the green light and the justice. Once that's kind of shown, I feel he may fly. Now this is interesting because it didn't come in jail, but it came in.
Oh, interesting.
He's out. But with all of this and where he's at in his physical body, he's like, I feel like that may be part of what pushes him out. Right?
Yeah. Christy says, I've been saying for a long time that Mitch is ill, but everyone ignores me. I've seen that too, Christy. And I feel, and I always get circulation stuff with him, heart stuff.
I feel like you and I have been reading him ill for a long time.
But he just hangs on. He's like Dick Cheney that way. It's like he's made of something. The evil keeps him. It gives him life somehow. His evil deeds. But it is like it just, I don't know. Yeah, but here he is. Oh, someone said he has cancer.
Oh.
What could be? I get him, just having been sick for like a couple of years. I felt like that.
I know, Connie. Our Bobert got her GED so she could run.
Oh my God.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not against any of that, but if you're running for
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so here's the last card I drew. And so we do have an ending of some sort for him.
okay.
Yeah, he'll be leaving this is my White House, so he'll be leaving.
Yeah.
He'll be leaving. And then at the bottom of the deck, I have it just too much. So whatever's coming out, it's going to be too much.
It's too much.
Kind of the last straw. I feel too that he actually is a little disillusioned about how this all played out.
Yeah. I think so too. I feel that too, Debbie. I also feel like he was very, even though he doesn't act like it now, but I feel like he was very affected by January 6th. I really feel like he was, that he really, he did not really support it. I don't even know if he even really knew about it at all. I just think it wasn't something that he likes. He doesn't like that, and thinks it's a horrible legacy for the Republicans. So why he doesn't act that way now, I don't know, but that is how he feels. But I think you're right, Debbie. I think he's beholden to people still.
He is.
And so he just needs to toe the line and keep his head down, whatever.
Yeah. And these go deep. Like this, when we say beholden, we mean like this goes deep. There's layers to this that, in fact, someday maybe there'll be a movie out that comes out that explains these layers, but there's layers that I know that I don't understand of beholden and what that means for these men and women.
Yeah.
Okay. Will the Ohioans be able to finally get rid of Jim Jordan as their representative? Please. Debbie, please.
I know.
It's kind of a trick question in that he's really left. It just kind of reminds me, he's like an earthquake and it leaves its mark. Like he's really, I do feel that when he does finally go, he's left him some damage. It's like a mark.
I keep getting that he's being assisted. Like he doesn't, I don't know that he's like winning fair and square. I feel like there's somebody assisting him. I'm not really sure how or what this is, but I feel like somebody is assisting him. He has not, at least I don't know about the time before, but I feel like the last time he did not win fair and square. There was something weird going on. Something was weird.
Whoa.
Yeah, something not above board, and yeah, something's weird. So but I actually feel like he is about to exit, but I feel like I don't think it's like he loses. I feel like it's something else. So why would it be tied to Fox? I've just heard Fox.
Well.
So I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, I feel he is coming into some setbacks. Oh boy.
Is he one of the people getting sued by Dominion? Do you know? Or does anybody know if he's one of the people getting sued by Dominion?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I the only way I know him is because all the stuff that went down in the locker room.
Or maybe there's lawsuits about that coming or something, because I almost feel like it's like he's caught in like financial stuff and like and it's just really bad. It's like they don't, so he steps away or steps down. Yeah, maybe Fox will offer him a contract and he'll leave Congress to do that. Maybe.
Oh.
But I did hear Fox, and I did feel like there was something in court coming for him, where he's going to go to court and lose money. He's going to lose money.
I also think whoever's been, like you said, pulling his strings, I think they're pulling out their money. They might be dropping him. Because look what I have for his main challenge that's challenging him right now. And we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. That's a total setback. That's a total financial setback. But I think within this story, he's having a huge setback, and the outcome of that is through swords. That's someone's. So I wonder if he is kind of getting let go, and they have their eyes on someone else. They're like, we're going to get someone else in here. You're too. But I mean, these other 3 cards that kind of begin the story, they're all major arcana. Number 1, you have things being revealed. And then you have the Magician and the Empress. So is this like the person, is this the team, who have put him in place? Are they going to be revealed?
Oh, interesting.
What's going on here?
Right.
So I feel like this is a layer. There's more layers to this that we're not getting. But the main thing is he's having a major setback, and it's gone. It's not good for him.
That's the thing, that's the thing, is that it is really like, if you get mixed up with Trump, your life is going to unravel. I mean, that happens over and over and over again. And I think this January 6th thing, it's going to end a lot of people. It's going to end a lot of people's careers. It's going to end a lot of people's, government positions. It's going to be awful, I think, for people. And it's all because of Trump,
And what's that saying we need to keep saying?
The Dems are going to keep the House and the Senate, and we're going to shock the world. We're going to shock the world. That's right. Yes, and so it is.
Okay. I like when people put the question up right when I'm done with the last question.
Yes, we'll keep the House and Senate. We'll shock the world.
Shock the world.
Yes.
Let me know if one comes up, because I'm scrolling up to look for a.
Okay.
We have time for one more question.
Okay.
Oh, here's one from Leslie.
Okay. Once the January 6th Commission findings are made public, will there be a Republican senator and representatives courageous enough to break party lines and vote for the people of their state? Okay. Other state. Okay.
I think is this like, I feel like there's a double question here. So we want to know if the senators and representatives will be courageous enough to break party lines, or people.
I was thinking that it's will senators and representatives be willing to break party lines to basically do what's right for the people?
Do what's right for
that's what I think it is. Okay, that at least that's the way I took it.
Okay,
so.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I just heard a few. So I think there might be a few. I don't think it will be overwhelming, like half of them, but I think it'll be a few, and it may be enough.
Yeah, I did get a yes with that.
To get like voting rights passed and a few of these things passed, it may be enough.
It's like the heat they have to take to do that.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to want to move away from it. It's going to get too, and I'm telling you, Liz Cheney is out to get Trump. She is done with that man. Yeah. She is done with that man. And she is going to go the distance with this. I feel like she's willing to put herself on the line to do it. She does not want him in the party anymore. And I think she thinks, the only way to have a Republican Party is to get rid of him. And she's going to do it. I think I don't know if, we keep hearing about the woman that's going to take down Trump. I think it's women. I think it's just women. I think that it's going to be Letitia James. I think it's going to be, oh, bless you. I think it's going to be Cheney. I think it's going to be the woman, and I can't think of her name, in Georgia. It's going to be all these women, and it's going to be Nancy Pelosi. She did take him down. She took him down twice. She impeached him twice. So it's like it's going to be all of these women.
Yeah. She already did. And I'm getting, just to show you all in cards, I'm getting the same thing that we got is a yes, that they will cross that line to vote out of the right thing to do for their people. Okay.
And it's about time. What does it take? My Lord, what does it take?
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I hope that and I keep seeing Mitt Romney, so I think he might be one of the ones who might actually cross party lines. I keep seeing him for some reason. So, yeah.
There may be one that does it not really for the people, but just for their own political move. But at least they're doing it right.
Yeah.
Maybe not all for the perfectly right reason.
Okay. So Glenn Javia said, women will take Trump down, and Time Magazine will still name a white man as person of the year. I know Elon Musk. Although if you go to Time Magazine and you go to that, like the cover, and you read on Twitter, if you read all the tweets below it, it's just like, this is ridiculous. I'm canceling my subscription. This is outrageous. It's like nobody was having it.
No one was happy about that, and they were all. I like the pic of the guy on January 6th, the police officer who was holding.
I do too. I like that as well. And I know people kept saying, you know, one time Hitler was and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't mean, you know, the best person. It means, but still, Elon Musk, he's so irrelevant to me. I mean, he shot himself into space. So what? So did what's his face? It's like these billionaires, I'm done with them. I'm done with them, Debbie. I'm done with them.
I know. You guys.
I'm tired of them. I'm done with them. Go away.
With the billionaires.
Take your billions and go away.
Go. I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I pulled a card, just like a New Year's, like just a little message card for everyone. And first, I love this because I'm just so grateful for you all in this last year, and we made it through 2021 together. And so I know that Kim and I are both grateful to this family here. And this card, so thank you. So the thank you card.
Oh, nice.
And it also just reminds me of just finding things to be grateful for. I know that we can look back on 2021 and find things that we were grateful for, even amongst the mess, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this year, though, the Spirit is saying, ignite your passion. Find things that bring you that ignite you again, like bring you some joy, or just ignite your passion. In a good way, not like anger passion, not like getting out there and marching type of thing.
Right.
Although I want you to do that, but in another way, find some things that bring you joy, because we need to bring joy back to the plate, right? I feel like joy in our lives has taken a back seat, and we need to bring it back to the front seat.
I think that's so true. And I had a reading, it was just a personal reading I was doing for someone, but something came through that really resonated, and it was about that. But it said, you know, find things that that inspire you, are very interesting, to, you know, spark your interest, but that nothing is too small. I think sometimes you think it has to be a big thing, or it has to, but it's like, no, nothing is too small. Even if you go on a YouTube video and find something that just, you know, lightens your heart or inspires you or makes you think differently, that's great. That's enough. I mean, it really, really is. There's nothing too small to kind of follow that, or get it started and follow that thread and see where it leads you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great message, Debbie. I think that's really, really good.
Awesome. T-Barb.
Awesome. And I'm not going to let us go without saying that we're going to be doing our classes. So
oh my gosh.
Debbie and I are terrible at self-promotion.
That is so funny, because I was just thinking about that before we got on. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop in the middle and we'll do a commercial. Of course, we went through the whole thing without our commercial.
I almost forgot.
Yes, we do have our class. Go ahead, Kim. Give us a shout out.
We keep doing this, where we keep going on different things and think, okay, we've got to mention our classes, and then we forget because we're terrible self-promotion or whatever. So we're going to be, this is the last time we're going to repeat the beginning classes, because we've had people say, I missed the classes. Are you going to do them again? Are you going to do them again? This is the last time, but we are going to do the entire series one time. So we're going to do the whole beginning series. So you can start from class 1, go all the way through the beginning medium classes, all the way through. And then we're going to start the next advanced classes. Yeah. So this is it. So if you are wanting to take it, or you want to refresh or whatever, but it's 10 weeks. So it's going to be long. Really, I think it will be a really good session, because it's going to go, one will go right into the next one, and you'll get it all. So please join us. We would love to have you, but it's going to be the last beginning thing that we do. So, and then we're on to advanced mediumship. So yay.
Susan's got the info for us.
Yeah.
So it is at a discounted price. So and it's a 10 weeks long, and it's on Tuesdays at oh gosh. This is why I'm horrible at
Tuesday, the
is it at 11 a.m.
Pacific? Yeah, it'll be 11 Pacific, so it'll be 12 Mountain.
12 Mountain, and then 12
11, 12,
2 p.m.
Yeah,
everybody's like, oh my gosh,
2 p.m. Yeah. The other thing, though, I think that the other thing is that if you can't make that time or whatever, what you can do is still get the classes. You'll get them recorded. You can have them sent to you recorded. And then if you do have questions, you can email us the questions. You don't necessarily, it's great. It's the best if you can be there live. But if you're just like, I just want to do it, but I just don't have, I'm not able to do that time, or it's a, I need to, my time's weird. I always have different kinds of, a different kind of schedule. So I can't do something that regular. You can do it that way because we take questions anyway from people in class through email. So you could do the class. And if a question comes to you, and in watching the class, you can always email one of us or both of us and ask a question. But you can do it, and you'll get all the exercises. And you can still also throughout the week do the practices with people. So you'll get to practice with people as well. So that is another way you can do it. If you have a problem with the schedule, you can do the recorded, send the questions, and then do the practices when you can.
Yeah. It's so much fun. And whether you feel like you want to actually step into this as something you do, or if it's just for yourself, for just that enlightenment and advancement, it's a great connection with like-minded people.
Yeah, so much fun. I have loved it so much. That's why we keep doing them.
Yeah, exactly.
we just love them. And the community is it's so great, the bond that you have after something like that. So yeah, if you're looking for something.
So the classes start on January 18th and they go 10 weeks. And so that takes us into March. And so, you can find it posted on both Kim's channel and mine.
Yeah.
Mine's in the community. I think you have yours everywhere.
Yeah. If you just need the link, or just send me an email or Debbie an email, we can send you the link that you go to on Debbie's channel. And even though it's on Debbie's, we both do the classes. It's together. So
it is a combined deal here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Love and light to you. Happy New Year. And we'll just be linking arms with you as we go into 2022. So blessings to you, and we'll see you next year.
Happy New Year.
Always love saying that.